Yeah. All right, sorry about that. Little technical difficulties on our end. But yeah, Robert, you were saying?
So, anyways, what I was saying is, there the whole idea of like making fun of all the PC tropes, was towards the end of the movie, the antagonist Hedley Lamar is recruiting all the baddest people he can find, and one of the first guys that signs up, they're asking him like, oh, what have you done, like what makes you so bad? And it's like, well, I like rape, and I like burglary, and I like rape. You said rape twice. Well, I love rape. It's kind of, and there was this big burly mustachioed white man, um
Mm-hmm.
and then as you go further down the line, there's guys that are dressed up in like Gestapo uniforms,
Right. Yeah.
and then you
Like you had
have,
and then you had like literal Nazis.
yeah, literal Nazis, and then like hooded Klansmen at the very end.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Which Gene Wilder and God damn, why do I keep forgetting his name?
Bart, Sheriff Bart.
Cleveland Little, Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they they kind of like knock out and take the place of, and it's yeah, and the way that they like they are able to knock them out, it's like because Gene Wilder's character is like, hey guys, look what I got, and then pulls out Sheriff Bart out, and then like the Klansman's like, oh, we're not having that, so they go to like stomp
Well,
on
and
him. And,
Sheriff Bart says like, we're gonna have sex with all the white women. It's got.
oh, oh yeah, when he gets dehooded, it's like where are the white women?
It's like I said, it's the most ridiculous thing ever, and that's the whole point of the film. It's making fun of racism. It's not PC. It's making fun of all that stuff. It is, uh Gavin McInnes talks about it. It's bringing a lot of color and fun into a movie.
Right, yeah, like movie like this isn't endorsing racism. They're not saying like, oh yeah, racism is a good thing. They're making fun of it to like so that it doesn't have the same doesn't have power over people.
Yeah, it's showing how stupid it is.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, because like you see like the behavior of the townspeople when Sheriff Bart first comes, and it's like like people like no one like it's like it's exaggeration for clarification. It's like no one acts like this in real life. No one is
Yeah,
like no
like I
one
said,
is gobsmacked by a black person.
but the unfortunate thing is that's exactly what uh people, these PC thugs think of, like when they go to like any place that has a lot of white people. It's like that we're completely gobsmacked that there's people with color on their skin. Yeah, that's not reality. That's a fucking cartoon.
Exactly. I mean, if yeah, I mean, yeah, because again, like people who look at this movie now, they might confuse that this movie is glorifying or endorsing racism, but it's doing the exact opposite. It's like
It's complete opposite
it's
of
the
it.
complete. It's utterly destroying the concept of racism. Because I
It's
mean,
showing how
you think about the actors. Like the actors are in on the joke. They get it. They wouldn't be like the black actors. They wouldn't be a part of this movie if they actually thought that this movie was endorsing or promoting racism.
right. You look at like how the way Clavon Little portrays Sheriff Bart, and after the scene where like he first strolls in the town and ends up putting a gun to his own throat, and it's like kind of acting like a cartoon character. But then like when he finally goes into the sheriff's office, he breaks the fourth wall. It's like, man, they're dumb. It's kind of like showing how like ridiculous and stupid that the whole thing is.
Precisely the
Showing
point.
how there's no reality that this is a thing.
Exactly. Exactly right. That is the exact point of the movie. It's an utter cartoonish look at what people think how the West was, or how or how racist people act. This is a complete subversion of what people think. This is a good subversion.
Yeah.
Not in that crappy Ryan Johnson way.
Oh God. God. Ugh. I don't want to get started on the Star Wars rant again.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is to me, this is the ultimate comedy film
Hmm.
that it's slapstick, it breaks the fourth wall, it makes fun, it's kind of a middle finger to the PC thugs, and it has a lot of color and fun, and it's showing the cartoonish idea of what like people think actually racism is.
Hmm.
Um, and it's like that's not the case anymore. All this shit is just ridiculous and funny. Look how stupid it all is.
Right. I mean, it's like nowadays, like when you hear about like the supposed hate crimes that people have committed on other people. It's like it's so cartoonish. You can't help but laugh at it. You hear about these people that get like the swastika painted on like their garage, and but the swastika happens to be the wrong orientation, or or Nazi is spelled wrong. And it's like if
And it's
you
all
okay if
it's
you are
the
an
thing.
actual
They're
Nazi
all
if you
fake.
are okay if you are an actual Nazi, then you do not get the orientation or the direction of a swastika wrong, or nor do you misspell
No,
Nazi.
hell no.
And so now it's just like when people like when it's funny because one of the podcasts that I listen to, Beauty and the Beta, they have a segment called Hoax Hate of the Week.
Yeah, and it's like 95% of this shit is fake.
Exactly. I mean,
And
we're not saying
that's
that
like and
we're
that's a
not
very
saying that there aren't
conservative
instances
estimate.
of people actually spray painting swastikas or whatever. But we're saying like the vast majority of those instances are complete horseshit.
And I'm saying 95%, that's a conservative estimate. It's probably closer to 99% is fake bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I completely, uh, I completely disagree with even the concept of hate crime.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother like argument too. It's just like it's
Yeah, because
well, I hated
what
it.
I'm looking for is someone to okay. If there are hate crimes, then there must be indifferent crimes.
It's like, well, I just had to
It's like if
steal.
someone is like, or because if someone feels like this extreme hatred for someone to even to commit a crime, that there must be, on the other end of the spectrum, someone who has no strong feelings and still commits those crimes. There must be. If there's such a thing as a hate crime, there must be something as indifferent crime.
I guess those would be sociopaths.
It's like, we got your prints, we got your DNA. Why'd you? It's like, we just need to know. Why'd you stab him? It's like, just seemed like the thing to do.
It's like, well, I mean, I don't really know this person, but fuck, I gotta stab somebody,
I
right?
know, right? He was there. I was there. I had the knife in my hand. Might as well stab people.
Fuck it.
See, and that's me making fun of hate crimes.
Well, I hated it.
Oh.
Oh, honestly, that's one of the best lines from The Office, where somebody takes a shit in Michael Scott's office, and he's like claiming he's like, I was part of a hate crime. It's like, and Stanley Hudson, who's like one of the black characters, like, that's not a hate crime. It's like, well, I hated it.
Oh,
Oh my god.
fantastic, fantastic. All right, let's. We've been at this for like 2 hours, so let's wrap this up. Rating
Yeah,
time.
let's do it. Uh,
And I think I know what you're gonna give this, but go ahead.
because this, since we're reviewing comedies, as a comedy, this is definitely a 5-star comedy.
Thank you. And
If I
I
could give it more
agree.
stars, I would give it more stars. But 5-star comedy,
Right.
must see.
Yes. 5-star. This is comedy of comedies because it's doing exactly what comedy is supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be acting.
I would
It's
argue.
supposed to make this. It's supposed to make the serious absurd, and it's slaughtering sacred cows.
I would argue might be this might be the greatest comedy of all time.
I would concur. I would concur.
I would say, yeah, and as a personal thing, this is probably my favorite comedy.
Absolutely. I mean, even though this movie came out in the 70s, it's still there were multiple moments in this movie that multiple gags in this movie that made me legitimately laugh out loud.
Oh yeah. Oh, and two notable whatchamacallit, cameos in this film.
Uh-huh.
We have Higgins from Magnum PI was in it, and the was it the other Lebowski from the Big Lebowski, the rich Lebowski was in
Oh.
this as well.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's one of both of them are the townsfolk, which are all named Johnson.
Oh, right. That's right. Everyone's last name is Johnson.
Maybe they're all related. Ew.
Maybe they're all Mormon.
But oh, is it no? Here's the thing too. Like, I think they're all named Johnson because they're trying to like think that like all these dumb white Southerners, they're all fucking incest related.
All right,
You know
inbred and yeah,
exactly. I
I
think
picked I picked up on that too.
fucking racist incest bitches. It's
Incest bitches. All right. Well, yes, there you have it. Blazing Saddles. Perfect score 5 from both me and Robert. If you haven't watched this magnum opus from Mel Brooks, do yourself a favor and watch it. All right, because
yeah, yeah,
you will be laughing your ass off, and if you aren't, then you just might be dead inside.
absolutely.
All right, I think we definitely caught up for the last 2 weeks. So even though we had like this little hiccup right at the end, we tripped up right as we were crossing the finish line. Um,
We pulled a hammy. It's okay. It
yeah, we pulled the
happens.
hammy. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. uh, but yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. I thank you for joining us. I thank you for enduring even with our stumble at the end. Don't forget to join us every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock ish. Don't forget to check out the library of other shows. Circular Jerks podcast, Nocturnal Transmissions, Up by Up Down. Don't forget to follow our various social media accounts: Twitter at PodcastCOJ and Instagram at Circular Jerks Podcast. That'll do it for us tonight. And for Robert and myself, we say thank you. And don't do anything I would.
It's not a lot, Andy.
Yes, I am a degenerate. What the?